Kimchi, one of the most iconic and healthiest traditional dishes of Korean cuisine. But many people think making kimchi at home is very difficult, complicated, and time-consuming. In reality, when made using the right methods, preparing kimchi can be a much easier, more enjoyable, and even addictive experience than you might think. Today, we'll learn step-by-step how to make authentic napa cabbage kimchi the traditional Korean way right at home. Plus, this recipe is a simplified, practical, and easy-to-follow version, perfect for beginners. Before we jump into the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications. Friends, fermented foods have been regarded as one of the cornerstones of the world's healthiest dietary cultures for centuries. Kimchi, an indispensable part of Korean cuisine, stands out not only for its flavor, but also for its high probiotic content. Probiotics can support the digestive system by promoting the growth of beneficial bacteria in our intestines, strengthen the immune system, and boost overall energy levels. Modern science today also demonstrates that gut health has a significant impact on overall health. Natural fermented foods like kimchi bring together both traditional knowledge and modern nutritional understanding. Plus, when you make your own kimchi at home, you're preparing a natural, live fermented food free from additives. Today, we'll not only learn how to make authentic traditional Korean-style kimchi, but also how to select the right ingredients, understand the fermentation process, and prepare it easily at home, step by step. In this video, we'll discuss not only how to make kimchi, but also the tips and tricks for achieving a truly delicious and authentic result. Together, we'll explore how to choose the right napa cabbage at the grocery store, which ingredients are essential, the little extras that will add extra flavor to your kimchi, and most importantly, how to properly ferment and store it. Because good kimchi isn't just prepared, it's also properly rested and fermented. Before we get to the recipe, let's start with grocery shopping. Because the secret to making truly delicious kimchi lies in choosing the right ingredients. Napa cabbage, also known as Chinese cabbage, is the most important ingredient here. Many people choose cabbages that look big, but what really matters isn't the size, it's the weight. Cabbages that feel heavier, firmer, and more plump when you hold them are generally juicier and of higher quality. There may be slight bruises or discoloration on the outer leaves, which is normal. What you should really pay attention to is that the inner part looks vibrant, bright yellow, and fresh. The inner yellow leaves, in particular, are sweeter, softer, and extra crispy. The basic ingredients we need for kimchi are quite simple but very important. We'll use coarse salt, Korean red pepper flakes, gochugaru, garlic, ginger, green onions, carrots, Korean radish or regular white radish, fish sauce, and a little pear or apple. Pears add a light, natural sweetness and freshness to kimchi. If you can find Korean pears at your local market, that's great, but regular pears will work just fine. If you're visiting an Asian grocery store, you'll see a lot of options, which can be a bit overwhelming. Especially when choosing gochugaru, opt for the coarse-grained version labeled Korean red pepper flakes, if possible, because that's what gives kimchi its vibrant red color and balanced spiciness. Now that all our ingredients are ready, we can start making real kimchi. First, we start by preparing our napa cabbage. The weight and texture of the cabbage are quite important in kimchi making. Heavier, denser cabbages generally yield juicier and more flavorful results. It's normal for the outer leaves to have slight bruises because what really matters is that the inner part looks vibrant and fresh. The inner yellow leaves, in particular, are extra sweet and crisp. That part is the tastiest part of the kimchi. Now we move on to the salting stage. This step is one of the most important parts of making kimchi because proper salting softens the cabbage leaves while preserving their crunch. We sprinkle coarse-grained salt on the thicker parts of the leaves and then let the cabbage rest in lightly salted water for a few hours. The goal here isn't to crush the cabbage, but to gently soften it. Kimchi is a dish that requires a bit of patience, and the best results come from a slow fermentation process. While the cabbage is resting, we prepare our kimchi sauce. One of the essential ingredients for authentic kimchi is a starch mixture. This mixture helps the sauce cling nicely to the cabbage leaves and aids the fermentation process. Next, we prepare ingredients like green onions, carrots, Korean radish, garlic, ginger, and pear. The Korean pear, in particular, adds a light, natural sweetness and freshness to the kimchi. Now it's time for kimchi's signature red sauce. Ingredients like Korean red pepper flakes, gochugaru, fish sauce, and fermented shrimp give kimchi that deep umami flavor. If you want a richer aroma, you can also add extra ingredients like fresh oysters or squid. But the recipe we're making today will be a simple and balanced version that's easy to make at home. We carefully spread the sauce we've prepared between each cabbage leaf. This is the most enjoyable part of making kimchi. Each leaf needs to be coated evenly, but you have to be gentle while doing so, because good kimchi requires a bit of care. Then we roll the cabbage leaves tightly and place them in containers. After preparing the kimchi, we let it rest at room temperature for a few hours and then transfer it to the refrigerator. This is where fermentation begins. In the first few days, the flavor is fresher and lighter, but as the weeks go by, it develops a richer, tangier, and deeper aroma. True kimchi lovers know that kimchi changes over time, almost like a living dish, taking on a different character each week. While fresh kimchi has a crisp and refreshing taste, kimchi that has been fermented for a few weeks adds incredible flavor to soups and hot dishes. The formation of kimchi brine is particularly important because that red fermented liquid is practically worth its weight in gold in Korean cuisine. With this recipe, you can now make your own traditional Korean kimchi at home. It might seem difficult at first glance, but once you follow the steps, you'll see how enjoyable it is. If you also love natural fermentation recipes, traditional dishes, and healthy living content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Liking the video and leaving a comment really helps the channel grow. Take a small step today and try making your own kimchi. It might be your first attempt, but rest assured, you'll get much better with time. Be sure to share your experiences in the comments. Thank you for watching. Let me know what kind of content you'd like to see next in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And if you like the video, give it a like, leave a comment, and share it with your loved ones. See you in the next video. Goodbye for now.